trouble is, in the heavy rain, the potholes fill up with water and then vanish. You cannot see them.
Well, how's your spine doing?
My spine is fine. My ears are the problem. There's so much noise.
We have just departed the touristy town of Clarence in the Free State province and are heading east and then south, hoping tomorrow to reach the Addo Elephant National Park. We are, of course, driving our high-mileage Landcruiser to Cape Town, where we will commence turning it into an overland tourer. But yesterday in Clarence, I bought something rather special, and I thought to myself, our Patreons might really like one of these.
Look what I found. It's handmade here in Clarence. It's beautifully, it's got a beautiful feel about it. But this wood has a story.
Yolandi, tell me about this magnificent knife that you've made.
Okay, this is called the number 3. And the steel that we use is an Austrian steel. International code is N690. It's surgical stainless. And then the handle, the wood that we used is called red ivory. And you get that in Zululand. And it's quite a nice history to it because it's only the royalty of the Zulus that's allowed to use this wood for walking sticks or salad bowls or anything. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So it's
a very hard wood. Very hard.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
So Yolandi and her husband are the ones who are going to be making your beautiful knife.
I last did this road, I worked out 8 years ago, and it was fine. This is a main arterial route between two large-ish rural towns, farming communities. I have never seen roads this bad in South Africa, and I've toured this country. There are a few roads that I haven't driven in this country, and I have never seen this before, even remotely like it before. See, that there is the yellow we're on now, so this is really bad for the next, difficult to say scale, there's no scale on here, but all the way down to...
It seems to get better.
There are no... So, according to this map, the bad bit, we've passed the bad bit, and we've got the bad bit in front of us, but only for another, difficult to say how many kilometers that is. Not that long. 20 k's, 30 k's, 40 k's.
It's a 9-hour drive to where we need to be, and we had sort of thought, well, divide the trip into 2 because we didn't feel like doing a 9-hour stretch in this old skadonk. So we were going to overnight tonight, but I'm looking at this and I'm wondering, well, we'll see.
Do the trip in 2 days. It'll take the whole of it. Yeah, we were thinking 5 to 6 hours a day. No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be 9 hours a day to do it in 2 days.
But I'm pleased to say that most South Africans appear to be taking the deterioration of their infrastructure on the chin.
Why, hello there, and welcome to the Urban Safari. Standing behind me is a family of South African potholes, scientifically named the Replacis metiasis every weekus. Extinct only in the Western Cape, the South African pothole is far superior to other species found elsewhere in the world, as it has 2 secret weapons. It has learnt to take advantage of a crumbling infrastructure and lazy repair work. This, coupled with the fact that it is asexual, means a single pothole can reproduce faster than 2 horny rabbits in a field full of horny rabbits. With no natural predators, a strong, independent pothole like this is free to prey on small to medium-sized vehicles, such as the I-20, Fiestas and Polos. with their springs cut. Although the debate continues as to how the pothole got its name, whether it's because you can put a pot in it or because it's going to cost you a pot of gold every time you replace your tires, one thing remains true. Whilst humanity wages war on itself for power and dominance, our path to success is eroding rather quickly, one horny asexual pothole at a time.
Right, we stopped at the side of the road. Shattered, absolutely shattered. We've pulled off the road. In South Africa, I'm never comfortable just pulling at the side of the road. I would like to just get off the road, just for safety. It's not that it's necessarily dangerous, but it's also not necessarily safe, depending on where you are. But anyway, this is a piece of private land, obviously, so we've just come off the road half a kilometre or less, and we're going to make ourselves some lunch in the peace and quiet. Endurance, this. Roads are terrible. Whoa. Driving out of one of the towns, that's called Ladybrand, I quickly grabbed my cell phone and got a shot over the bonnet. The main intersection, going into the town and going out of the town, we almost needed low range, and this is in the town. Wow, it's bad. But it was this country that I wanted to drive through. I've come through here a few times, and it strikes me, it's so beautiful, and particularly now in summer, with the layers of cumulus clouds and rain clouds. It really is beautiful, beautiful country. It's a beautiful part of South Africa, and not commonly visited by tourists. There's not much tourist infrastructure here, and that's, I think, why I like it so much. Well, we are at our overnight stop on our way to Addo Elephant National Park. We found a very nice looking B&B in a town called Burgersdorp. Here's the problem. We are not equipped for camping, which means we are not equipped for preparing a meal. Which means tonight we are going to go hungry because everything in town is closed. There's nothing open, not even a shop to buy food. It's Sunday. And so what are we going to have to do is go through everything we've got inside the car, food-wise, and find out what we've got and try and make something to eat. So what do you think? We've got some milk.
I've got some milk.
We've got breakfast.
I bought breakfast cereal.
We've got breakfast cereal, and you know what else we've got? It's some drovors.
Yeah, we've got drovors. We've got some crisps.
We've got some crisps, and we've got some chocolate.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. Nice little B&B, except no bee because it's load shedding tomorrow morning, so she won't be able to make us breakfast. And there's nowhere open in the town where we can have something to eat. This would never normally happen to us because we are so well equipped. When we travel, we are ready for any eventuality. That is not the case now.
I'm ashamed to say that this crap is tonight's supper. We've at least got some Weet-Bix and some milk, but the rest of this is sort of junk, and a tomato. The rest of this is junk for kind of snacking on in the car. But
one bread roll. Omar rusks. Those weren't ours. Those were from here.
Those were there. I went scavenging. There's a little bit of liver spread left.
Enough for one roll.
That's
Any
so
cheese
that's-
left?
No, cheese we ate at lunch.
What about the drovos?
Oh, I forgot the drovos. We've got drovos.
Oh, and I still have half a Coke left, so I'm okay. Best part about today? Clouds, cloud formations. The storm, the rain, even though sometimes it was incredibly intense, the colours and the way the sky was just suddenly just black, and then it burst out, and then with the hills and it was fantastic. It was like a feast for the senses, very dramatic, in amongst the rumble of the car and the noise of the car, which actually we're getting used to. I'm getting used to it. It's flipping noisy in there. And I just keep thinking to myself, it's, you know, the troop carrier as it comes out of the factory is so, in some ways, crude. But man, is it fun to get right. And you can actually get it really good. The contrast between that and what I will build will be remarkable.
I've got to tell you that I've been enormously impressed with the vehicle. It's as uncomfortable as anything because the seat is broken and it rattles and it's noisy and it's all of these things. But it has gone like a dream. Hey? It's just sailed along, and it's taken those potholes and all the, you know, the terrible roads like a mountain goat, completely in its stride. So for a vehicle that's got 500,000 kilometers on it, I don't think you're going to find a lot of issues when you and Paul get under the hood. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised and bitterly disappointed, because no nonsense under the hood means less content.
Right, now, another day a bit like yesterday actually. You've had a look at the road report,
Yeah,
which seems to be quite accurate and quite depressing. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of potholed roads today. Probably, I like yesterday. The back end of yesterday actually turned out to be quite good. The last half was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't really terrible. Today, I think it's going to be the last half that's going to be pretty terrible as we head to Addo Elephant National Park.
but
So-
hopefully it'll all be worth it, because we'll see elephants and we might see lion, but we'll be in a wildlife area.
I have no
And
idea where
that's
I'm going.
Oh, I'm
I
supposed
think
to be
I'm
navigating.
supposed to be going right here.
Yes, you
my
are.
gut says right.
Right, sorry, I'm a
Talking
interesting navigator.
Talking too much. Yes.
All right, you just carry.
Playing video games. Interesting navigator playing video games.
Candy Crush.
Turn left now, quick! Oh, you missed it.
Okay, at the end of the road, you're going to go left. Let me redeem myself.
The truth is, though, that I am really enjoying my new Troopy, and I am forming some kind of bond with it. As noisy and as rough as it is, it's a Troopy, and it's mine.
So what are you excited about today?
I'm actually getting to a national park and maybe seeing some animals. Early. Well, this is now a new province. It's called the Eastern Cape, and they're rebuilding this road. This is now quite new. Good news.
It's good news. So maybe it all comes down to the provincial government, whether the provincial government is managing the province properly or not. And it certainly looks like the Free State, which was where that terrible road was, they've got the B team on, clearly, and they need to up their game.
And the evidence soon proved Gwyn right. We stopped at several of these. Good for the suspension, less good for the distance covered. An hour and a half later, and we're in the town of Hofmeyr. And as you would expect, we're both very hungry. But This has got me worried. The town looks utterly deserted.
What's going on?
This one got 5 stars on review, what's it? But only when it's open. And this one got 5 stars too. Right. Make a left here.
The lights are on, but no one's home. It's like
Towns are empty.
yeah, it's like the apocalypse happened and all the people vanished, and it's weird.
We find fuel stations, but fuel stations in little towns like this are normally tiny.
So, no supper last night, no breakfast this morning, and another hour and a half or so we'll try in the next town called Craddock.
That was the worst we've seen.
But it had such potential, that the farmhouse and that boutique hotel
look so nice.
beautiful. But honestly, it's as if everybody's been beamed up. There was just no people.
Maybe we're the only ones left. Maybe we're the only ones left.
Maybe.
Maybe.
What's it all for?
Maybe. Yes, what's it all for? And maybe it's now up to us to
Repopulate the earth. That
Thank
could
you.
be a problem.
Thank you. Right. I need a hotel. They're all bloody closed.